Welcome back to What in God's Will is Going On. Last week, we continued to define God's will, and we talked about God's will through his command. Command in Tole, which is 1785 in the Strongs, and Savah, which is the Hebrew 6680. In Tule, a feminine noun derived from 1722, in, which intensifies 56 telos, reach the end consummation properly in the end, focusing on the end result objective of the command. A commandment, i.e., a prescribed rule, in accordance with which a thing is done. Intole highlights the nature of a specific order charge, i.e., its in context objective. We learned last week that God's will is seen through the things that he commands. In Mark chapter 1 and verse 15, Jesus commanded his listeners to repent and believe the gospel. In Acts chapter 17 and verse 30, Paul commanded the onlookers by the will of God that all men everywhere repent. In 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 8, Paul commanded the Thessalonian church to obey the gospel. In 1 John 3:23, John reminds the disciples of the Lord that they are commanded to believe on the name of the Son of God and to love one another as God had commanded. We find that the things that God prefers, his best offer, are seen and heard and revealed by what he commands. In this upcoming week, we are going to define God's will through what God has predestined.